Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now December 5th of 2021, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2 and The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans, believe it or not, have really been looking forward to everything related to what's been coming out for, of course, Star Wars when it comes to the Book of Boba Fett, the Ahsoka Tano series, The Mandalorian Season 3, and of course Star Wars Celebration, which by the way is going to be a very big event that's going to unveil all of these new Star Wars TV shows, movies, books, comics, lore, video games, and more. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of fun and entertaining things on there from time to time and interact with you guys further. So, the thing about all of this is that we already know that Jon and Dave are working on over a dozen Star Wars projects. That's a lot, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how they do it, but they're pouring their life and pretty much their entire souls into really turning Star Wars around, to really bring it back on track, and to really kind of just create this great consistency of successful Star Wars installments. So that's Disney's overall plan. That is their end game, is that they want to make sure that they can create this consistent flow of Star Wars material that's going to be very successful. They don't really want to kind of spew out stuff that people don't really care about, or stuff that fans aren't really talking about. And I think obviously that's a major factor into why the Rangers of the New Republic show had a lot of problems, why Rogue Squadron ran into a lot of issues as well. But there's more to it than just that as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. But what's really all the more interesting is of course exactly what Lucasfilm is currently planning behind the scenes for the mandoverse at large. So we already know that the mandoverse does not just consist of The Mandalorian. It's going to consist of the Ahsoka Tano series, it's going to consist of other TV shows out there. However, given that both Disney and Lucasfilm are getting ready to make some major adjustments to the Star Wars universe, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are getting ready to begin filming the Ahsoka Tano series in early 2022, followed by wrapping up The Mandalorian Season 3 before the summer begins. However, one major plan by Lucasfilm that is now currently in development is to bring back actress Gina Carano for a special role in The Mandalorian Season 4 to portray Cara Dune's relative, that is planned to have more screen time than Cara Dune herself. Now, the plan by Lucasfilm is to have both Gina Carano's character and Luke Skywalker to have a very important scene together. This is something that both Favreau and Filoni are currently putting together as we speak for Gina Carano's return in The Mandalorian Season 4 in order to make her into a Force-sensitive character. However, Jon Favreau is said to still be fighting to make her come back as Cara Dune instead. Favreau is said to have a meeting by this January with the higher-ups over at Disney to actually have those negotiations take place on exactly who Gina Carano will end up portraying, of course. In either case, Carano is said to have a special scene with Luke Skywalker in the Mando series that is truly going to take fans by surprise without a doubt. Now, with that being said, storyboards and concept art is already being developed by The Mandalorian Season 4, which will be getting a brand new title to showcase that it will indeed be the final scene of the series. Carano has discussed all of this with Jon and Dave already in order to come back, and her scene with Luke Skywalker is said to be what grabbed her interest to return in the Star Wars world. Now, the scene is set to be filmed sometime at the end of 2022 into early 23, where Gina Carano is said to have always wanted a scene with Luke Skywalker, and that this is something that she herself suggested to be done in Season 2. However, they wanted to keep Luke's screen time minimal in order to boost the excitement for what's to come in the next installment. Now, Carano's scene with Luke Skywalker is currently planned to take place at his Jedi training temple with Din Djarin, traveling, of course, with Carano's character. This is best implied to be a scene in which where Din picks up Grogu after his training for a couple of months to years. Given that Favreau plans to create significant time jumps in between all seasons of The Mandalorian going ahead. Carano is described to also be in the talks with Jon Favreau on her appearing somehow in the Ahsoka Tano series, which begins filming in early 2022. However, this seems to be a more difficult task given that Disney so far only wants her in Mando Season 4 as of right now. Now, Luke Skywalker is also set to get a brand new design in the 3rd season. Luke is set to wear a brand new outfit at his Jedi training temple, an outfit that fans had never seen on Luke Skywalker before in order to make him into something new, so to speak. This is also a plan by Disney to boost toy sales by creating new figures of Luke down the road. Jon Favreau wants to make sure to explore Luke's life and his quest to becoming a Jedi Master, just like Obi-Wan Kenobi. So let's just kind of dive into something here that I think a lot of fans need to know that is very, very important, is that we've discussed this before, but The Mandalorian Season 4 is going to go under a completely different title. The reason being is because the 4th and final season is going to literally not just be about Din Djarin, but it's also going to be about the characters that are close and going on these different adventures with him. So, for all we know, it could be titled something like I said before in the past, The Mandalorian and blank. Kind of creating a subtitle. A lot of TV shows do that, by the way. There's a lot of TV shows out there, like Dexter is a great example, where the new installment of Dexter is called New Blood. It could very well be something like that, where The Mandalorian has a blank title that's going to be in wording, as opposed to a numerical number like that, like 4. It's not going to be like 4. Now, aside from all of this, alright, the fact that they are planning for Gina to have a scene, a big scene, mind you, with Luke, at the Jedi Training Temple is actually quite catching my interest. Now, the fact that they are already pre-planning Mando Season 4, a lot of storyboards are being developed, a lot of concept art is being worked on ahead of time. This, of course, is the same exact thing that happened with Mando Season 3. All of the art and all of the storyboards and stuff around those lines began well before they even began filming. They already started filming a couple of weeks to a month ago, give or take, and that's going to stretch all the way out until March, maybe even April, because that's right when they're going to begin doing the Ahsoka Tano series. Then after that is when, of course, Disney and Lucasfilm are going to try to work on the Acolyte TV show. Whether or not that's going to be a success, we'll have to wait and see. But overall, I think that this is a good approach. The fact that they are going to have a scene between Gina herself as a character, be it whatever it may be, Cara Dune, or the relative of Cara Dune, that's still up for negotiations between John, Dave, and the higher-ups over at Disney. They're really trying to settle things out, and to really balance things out for the fandom to really enjoy this. So I think that obviously, given that John and Dave, they know what they're doing, they know what they want, they know what the fans are requesting, they have to make sure that they can really do this the proper and right way. Now, obviously about Luke having this brand new outfit, we already know that Luke is going to have a lot more scenes, obviously, in comparison to Season 2. In fact, they really want to give Luke a lot of screen time for the 3rd season, given that he will have a lot of Jedi training sessions with Grogu, showing him the ropes to becoming more in tune with the Force and things around those lines. So overall, I think that Gina Carano really, at the end of the day, she does deserve to have a better role than what she got in Mando Season 2. Mind you, I think that she did a great job. I just feel that she should have had more screen time, to tell you guys the truth, but that's just my opinion. But overall, I think that things are really moving along smoothly. Everything is going in the right path. We have a lot of projects coming our way, be it movies or TV shows that will be announced at Celebration. So overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to morning.